All right, welcome to Save Our Golf Podcast. This is another one of those episodes where Derek's not here. Um, crazy, the crazy part is he's like, "Nah, man, I can't make it." And then I saw on his Instagram story that he's sitting at home. I'm like, "You could
Oh
have made it."
man.
I know,
Unreal, Derek.
I know. He doesn't even listen to these either, so he'll never know that I called him out. Uh, I'm
That's
not
too
gonna
funny.
not gonna
What a
tell him
partner.
either. Um, so it's just me, but I'm joined with the guys from the Golf Locker. Um, I've been seeing your guys' stuff on Instagram like crazy, even before I followed you guys. Whatever you guys are doing, the algorithm somehow loves you guys. So super excited to talk about it. But yeah, welcome to the pod. Little background on us, if you guys are a little bit newer to Save Par side, Derek started Save Par Golf. He came up to me a few years ago and he's like, "Hey, you talk a lot." And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "You have a lot of opinions." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "And you will like down those hills." I was like, "Yeah, where you going?" So started the podcast. We're now this is episode 99, so we're almost 100 deep in this thing. Um, but yeah,
That's pretty
welcome to
crazy,
the
man.
pod. Dude, it's crazy. Basically, we're building a community here, and we're glad to have you guys a part of it. Um,
Thanks
but
for
let's
having us,
talk
man.
about the marker locker. It's hard for me to say. It gets a tongue
It's
twister
okay.
Tongue
It's
twister.
okay.
a
Yeah.
little bit. So, who started it? Whose idea was it? Let's start from the ground up.
Oh boy, me?
Yeah, let's do
um,
it.
all right. So, you know, the the idea was very organic. So, actually, I'll give him a shout out, but Boaz, the brainchild behind the Voodoo Golf, that you put the tees in.
Hmm.
I kind of had a fangirl moment because we actually had a pretty cool conversation with him last week, and I told him that the idea kind of sprang from him. So what happened was I received the Voodoo doll as a gift in December of last year, and January I was doing my laundry, and I heard my ball marker rattling around like I have, you know, hundreds of times, and all of a sudden the light bulb went off. So I said, I got this doll. How come there's nothing like this out there, but specifically for your ball markers, right? Because I was like, it's swaggy, it's innovative, the traditionally you're stumbling around in a pouch, they're unorganized, they're in your golf bag, you lose them in your pocket, etc. So I called up Steven Scott and I said, hey man, I got an idea. Is it stupid? And they're like,
Yep.
nah. Yeah, yeah, as best friends they were like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard, man. uh, and both of them were on board. So the first thing we did was uh, get in touch with a patent attorney, and we made not only made sure that it was a good idea, but went through hundreds of records to ensure that there was nothing out there that we weren't infringing on somebody else. And fast forward to 11 months later.
All right, we're taking a quick break from this episode. We're super excited to say that this one is sponsored by our good friends at Swanee's Golf Co. Swanee's here, fresh take, fresh apparel, but it's all performance based. Super cool. It's super fun. Hoodies, polos, hats, towels, quarter zips. They even have shorts. Um, really, they have stuff for everybody and affordable. They look good and make it feel good. Um, I honestly I can't say enough good things about it. I'm rocking it. In the future, Derek will be rocking it. Um, but yeah, thank you to Swanee's sponsoring this episode and a bunch of the future ones. Feel free to use code SAVEPART25 and take 25% off your order. Not even your first order, be any order from Swanee's. Support us, support Swanee's. Use code SAVEPART25. Look good, feel good, play good. But also, why not save some money while you're at it, right?
We'll be landing product next month, and we're going to be rocking and rolling.
Oh, I think that's interesting. Like that's the one side people never talk about when they're designing a product is going through the attorneys and everything.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I guess when I saw this, I was like, this is so stupid. But then I'm like, it's
Thank
so
you.
dumb. Like
Love it.
it's so dumb that it's smart. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I looked at it, I'm like,
Yes.
how is nobody else thought of
Come up with
this?
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
because
And
I'm the
yeah.
same way. I lose everything unless it's like physically clipped to my bag.
Right.
I can't tell you how many ball markers I've lost.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I lost like a nice Victorinox golf tool. Don't know where it went.
Yeah.
Um, the amount of ball markers I have because I'm losing them all the time is crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And we were
the
all in that same
industry.
boat. Yeah.
Yeah, we were, and we're starting to see the industry's really moving towards some really cool ball markers. It's not just this classic poker chip anymore, classic, just circular ball marker. Some of the companies that we've been in contact with, coming out with just amazing, unique ball markers, and what better than to house them in the marker locker to keep them organized and stored.
I mean, yeah, it's so dumb, it's genius type thing.
Yes.
You know what I
We
mean?
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely take that as a compliment for sure.
Yeah.
No, for sure though.
So
Yeah, it's one of those things where to your point, there's nothing out there like it, and it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, man, how come I didn't think of that?
Here's the perfect example, right? Think of the Scrub Daddy. You know what the Scrub Daddy is, right?
Oh yeah.
yes.
A
Yep.
smiling sponge.
Yeah. So
That's all
basic.
it is.
You just put your hands in it to get it in the
That's
cup.
it.
Simple.
Yeah.
And here they are, millions of
Ah,
scrub daddies sold later.
yeah.
And I saw at Target they have scrub mamas too or something. Just
Yeah,
same thing.
they got a whole line of them.
They're scrubbing everything, man.
Whole
It's same
family.
thing but pink. And I'm like,
Yeah.
genius. Again, why didn't I think of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So who thought of the name? Because again, it's probably one of those things where you're like, oh, duh, it's a locker for your markers. But again,
Yeah.
there's probably like 15 different names that you guys probably thought of.
We didn't start with the locker.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
We had a couple of different ones. That's for sure.
So the idea when we first had it, we had a couple of different design ideas, and we actually had one that was like a briefcase. It kind of opened from the middle. You put the chips on the side. There was countless hours of doodling on paper, calling each other back and forth like, hey, can we come up with something better? And then I think organically when we were talking through it, we were the one thing that we really wanted to think about when we were coming out with the marker locker was um, a little bit of nostalgia or something that somebody or everybody can relate to. And the majority of people can relate to a locker, whether it was with school or in sports, or if you're a member at a country club. So we wanted to try to hit on all those points and come up with something that, when people saw it, they could relate to it somehow. So we ended up coming up with the idea of the locker, and then from there, um,
Just play on words from there.
Yeah, I think it was
Try to
just
come up with something catchy, something original, something pretty straightforward, and I don't even remember who came up with it. Quite honestly, I think we just I don't know. Somebody sent a text.
It's all
it really is
in a text somewhere. It would be in a text somewhere where we were probably going back and forth for like 3 hours, just rattling off names, and then all of a sudden somebody said marker locker. Yeah. And we were actually just talking to some guys recently, and they said that they made the comment, they were like, yeah, man, like when you hear it, you're like, duh, it's a locker for your markers. Like, so great name, but we were like, yeah, it just, it happened, hours
hit us right in the face.
Yeah, going through dumb names. So
yeah.
Probably one of like those like shower thoughts. Like you're showering
without a doubt,
11 p.m. after,
light bulb just goes off.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, that's it. And then you gotta hop out and like text everybody. Yeah.
So true, man.
That's
so true.
Well.
So if we look at it, like I don't have one, but like let's break it down kind of like by design. Obviously I've seen pictures, I've read about it. Is the whole inside of it magnetic?
So it's think about the top section is all the poker chips, right? So there's a proprietary push in, push out mechanism for 4 slots up there. Hold your poker chip in there. And then it's concave. So think about magnetic strips, except on the back, being lined throughout the concave section of the locker. So you have one on the back of the door, one on the top, one on the bottom, and then one on each side you have one as well.
It'll house about 15 total markers, 4 poker chips and 11 like normal size. I mean, you know how they have like the big, big ones nowadays, but like a normal size ball marker, you'll have 11 areas for that.
I have to buy the big ones because I'll lose them.
Yep.
Yeah. Not anymore, man.
Anymore.
Not anymore.
We got you covered.
I promise you, I'll still lose a couple.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. I mean, everybody does.
Oh yeah.
But you'll just have to get another marker locker after that one,
I'll have like 4 of them on my bag.
We never promised that you wouldn't lose them. We just promised that you'll be able to keep them better organized now.
The best part is if I lose them, at least I'll lose all of them, right?
Like, start a whole new collection after that.
Yeah.
Without,
I have to get one for like every bag I own, which is unfortunately a lot.
Hey, we'll take that.
Yeah, not unfortunate for us. That's great.
Yeah, I saw that you guys have like on your website you can buy them individually or like as it's like a collection.
A bundle.
I'm gonna have to buy the bundle.
Yep.
I'm gonna have
What'd you say, Todd? Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt. So basically the bundle is like buying 5, getting 1 free. You know what I'm saying? Buying 4, getting 1 free. So
yeah, I think I conveniently have 4 bags.
Love it.
And then the 5th one will be a gift.
Yep.
Too many bags. So you make the locker, you have all the magnets and everything, and I'm assuming it's just like carabiners onto your bag, correct?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Yep. It'll hang just on the outside of your bag, like your GPS or
rangefinder.
Rangefinder.
So you guys really just like hit this thing on the head.
Yeah,
thought of everything, man.
What's crazy too, man, like just kind of think about how we tried to make sure we crossed our T's and dotted our I's. Is we even have in the actual mold itself in the back, we actually have a small hole. And reason being is there's vents right where the locker is in the top. And we thought, what happens if it's raining and water gets
in? Yeah.
We got the safety drain.
So we got a safety drain. So we've literally tried to think of everything, every possible thing. And like our biggest thing has been not only the design, but obviously the ease of function. So we went through hours of the way it'll open so that you can just basically slide your finger very easily. So you're not, fumbling. It doesn't have like a keypad or a lock. So you can't just go boom, open, grab, go mark it, put it back, boom, shut it. Right. And then we thought about the durability, right? So it's made out of a hard plastic ABS material. So it should be able to withstand like, all the elements and, putting your bag on it, all that stuff. So, we've kind of made sure that we've gone down every rabbit hole that we can, because we want to make sure when this comes out that, everybody, loves the product and they, can stand. We
didn't want to cut any corners. That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna be in this space, we got to do it right. And the amount of time that we spent on these little phone calls about literally the little pinhole and just the intricate details of it. I mean, we're confident that the design team that we've hired and the manufacturer that we've hired is going to bring out an excellent product come November. So, I mean, but yeah, dude, back to it. It's been pretty intense with some of the conversations, all the nickel and diamond, man, that China does, man. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. We've been looking at doing like merch and stuff. And like for our shindig, we did like shirts, hoodies, crew necks, hats, stuff like that. And luckily we weren't involved in really any of that. We basically, we basically said, here's the design. And we did drop shipping. So then they'd order it, print it, and then it'd ship. There's probably so much that goes into that I'm very thankful that our guys at Odin just took care of us. We didn't have to do anything.
You just provided a platform to sell it on.
Oh, they did that.
Oh wow.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, they did it all through their Odin site. They're still available if anybody wants one. They're really nice. The shirts are embroidered in the front, and then it's really nice screen printing on the back. I have one, but it's way over there. It's like even like doing like the actual just, hey, this is what I want the design to be like and stuff like that. That was a ton of work. I can't even imagine having to go through like prototypes and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Basically what I did.
We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot.
Yeah, it's been a very, very intriguing process, that's for sure. And I mean, just fun to be along the ride.
What's been the hardest part other than just, waiting for it and being patient and everything?
That is the hardest part right now. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think it's just been the learning curve overall. I mean, from the design side of this, all the renderings that you have to approve, all the different phone calls you have to be on to make sure that you're good with it, and then bringing it through production and everything that goes through production. And then we got to land the samples. We got to do a QA on it. We got to do everything from what boxes they come in, designing the boxes that they come in, UPC codes that we've never dealt with before. So it is, it's a massive effort that people don't realize. You're just landing a product, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into the 11 months that we've been doing this thus far.
And let alone I'll brag on my wife, the social media side of things. Yeah. I mean, she's kind of running that gig for us. And I mean, I know the countless hours that she puts into the page of engagement, posting. She creates all of our content, aside from us awesome actors, Emmy worthy, for sure. But yeah, I mean, she has the ideas, she spawns them, kind of sends them to us in our little chat, and then when we're out in the golf course, we try to put something together for her. But it's been a learning experience for me too on the social media side, just seeing what she does and how it actually you spoke to the algorithms earlier. I mean, she knows and understands that to a T.
If she wants to do our social media, happy to let her do it. I tried to like make reels and like edit the video and everything. I was like, I can't. Luckily, there's all sorts of like tools that I use to make the clips. So like all the reels that I've been posting lately, I don't do anything. I just put them into a generator and they spit them out for me. Yeah. That's also why, like, if you ever like go on YouTube and watch our stuff, it's exactly how it is, because it's organic, right? Like that's what I wanted to create this as. Derek's been good with that as well. Like I don't want to make it this big grand thing, and it's just Derek and I talking about like tacos and tequila and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Not there's nothing wrong with tacos and tequila. Two of my favorite things.
Great on that. I'm with you.
Absolutely.
Right there. Yeah. He would have had fun with us in California then. Oof, we had a night.
We like to throw down. We like to throw down.
We might have thrown you under the bus if you were with us. So
I'm not even going to take you up on that one for sure. But I mean, I'll get down. I have no problem with it.
I've had many nights on tequila. I was dubbed the nickname Tequila Tom multiple times. Yeah. So
I love tequila. My current
tequila
favorite
Tom,
one
not so much.
My favorite one is the new Santo tequila by a Guy and Sammy Hagar. Super good, very smooth. Otherwise, so you buy the marker locker. I'm gonna screw this thing up eventually. I had this idea. Does it come with like a little ball marker of the locker?
It's so funny you say that, man. Like we just got into the PGA show in January, the end of January.
Oh, nice.
So as a part of that, we were talking about marketing collateral and things along those lines, and that did come up. Obviously developing one, but man, it's all about capital. I mean, it's expensive to create like your own, branded ball marker.
Did you talk
so
to you could have you reached out to a Matchstick Golf at all?
Yeah, we actually, so they sent us some stuff. We're doing some collabs with us. I think, to answer your question, we there's a couple different routes we really see the marker locker progressing in the future. But the one thing in the beginning we really wanted to do was partner with ball marker companies, because it's really obviously a match made in heaven, right? So instead of us, coming out and saying, look, we're going to come out with our own locker and per se, our own ball marker and per se compete, we want to be able to do collabs with them where, it benefits both of us, because one of the things that we can really do with a locker is customize it, right? So for example, keep it on Matchstick, right? He has a massive following of people that are diehard for his ball markers, right? So we would do something.
And great ball markers, by the way.
They're phenomenal. And their packaging is top notch.
It's so top notch, man. You'll see. We're gonna do a collab video with him, or a reel, and like, dude, just the fact that it comes in a matchbox. Yeah. Like, so clever, dude. So clever.
He was supposed to come on the pod, and he ended up having COVID the week that he was supposed to come on. And he is like one of the people that I really need to reach back out to, but his schedule's crazy. He's super busy. But yeah, I mean, they're like, attention to details nuts. The packaging is nuts. Yeah. I don't own anything from him. Mainly because like I buy too many ball markers as is. But
you lose them until you get our locker here in November.
Exactly. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about everything I've seen from them. It's wise and presentation wise is crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, like, one of the things, like, we see, like, if he ever wanted to do, or any company that does ball markers, like a limited run of lockers that were logoed with their brand, so we could do a white locker with a red, Matchstick logo or something like that on the front, so instead of the marker locker logo, it would be theirs, right? So, we have the ability we have a lot of surface space on the locker to be able to customize them. So, a couple of routes that we see really this going is being able to be customized, not only to companies, but for brands, for tee gifts, for tournaments, for companies that are sponsoring it, that want to have lockers in every swag bag, that has their logo on it.
Company logo on it. Yeah.
Yep. Obviously in pro shops where it's branded with that pro shops logo, you walk in there, you're a member, you see the custom ball markers that they sell in the locker, or the ball marker displayed in the locker. And then obviously, retail as well. This is something that we see on shelf space because, everybody at some point has had an issue with losing their ball markers.
So I promise this isn't scripted, but that is like right into like my next question was, are you guys planning on doing any kind of like marketing, like sports teams, stuff like that? Obviously you guys are in Florida, you could do like a Gators one, or if you're like me, you hate the Gators and you're a Seminoles guy.
So there you go. Get out of here.
The Gators suck.
You're not a Seminole guy in Minnesota, dude. What are you talking about?
I've actually been a Florida State guy since I was in high school.
Oh, nice. Okay, then.
Yeah.
War done.
Shut up. Nobody wants to go to Gainesville.
Meeting.
Yeah.
Done. No, don't leave.
We absolutely want to do licensing. So licensing is a big play for us. I mean, every professional sports team, NCAA, that adds a whole different customization factor to your bag, right? And with the locker, there's so many different ways you could do it. And, not only that, I mean, this is a pipe dream for us, but being at the merch, tents or the merchandise stores within the stadiums, having those pre-packaged with already Gator, FSU, UCF Knights, charge on.
Let's go, baby.
Any kind of ball marker catering to that customized locker is what we would want to do 100%. So it's it's really customizable to so many different areas. And that's why it's not just the Marker Locker logo is where we want to start, but that's not where we want to go overall.
Yeah.
We need a 3M open one local to us.
That,
like that'd
without
be
a
sick.
doubt, man.
I'd love to go to the tournament. And
Fitz will have to send you some of the ones that we did. Like we've done a Bay Hill one, we've done an Augusta one. So like, yeah,
I just did this one messing around, right?
Can't see it, dude.
I can see it.
Yeah, so I just did that one messing around. That's 4 Aces Pat Perez logo with Jordan.
Yeah, I like the jump man and everything.
Yeah.
So every PGA Tour event could have this for sure.
Stuff like that. Yep.
Show them do you have the one that the Masters one or the Bay Hill one? That one's, I mean, the Bay Hill one is just with Arnold Palmer's umbrella on it, man.
That'd be cool. Be cool. Feels like yellow and pink too.
Oh man, you're giving us some
ammo there. I'm full of ideas.
You got to move it closer. You can't see it.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, you can see it?
Kind of. I know what it's going for.
Yep. That's so that one's got, and then we did so this one might be hard to see, but if you can see, it's azaleas. So it'd be hydro dipped in azaleas with the Masters logo on the front.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you need me to like color and market, and because like I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, you could do one with like fake stickers on it, like high schoolers. Like that.
We've thought about those.
Some retro.
Yeah.
No, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think ultimately we would love the capability to, 100% customize it. So if you wanted it to look like your school locker, if you wanted it to look just like your golf bag, if you wanted to have your name on the front, whatever, color, logo, design, it's 100% yours because, golf nowadays is moving towards, such a world of, individualism and showing off your swag, and you're kind of your bag and your clubs and your accessories are an extension of you, right? So prime example with all your kicks, right? So I mean, like it's a statement, right? So we want the Marker Locker to be a statement for everybody when they have it on their bag.
I think a good example of that would be like the Random Golf Club bag tags. So like we played in the Mad Scramble that was here in Minnesota, and we actually met Eric. He signed our tag and everything, and he looks at mine and mine says Dom Dom, because that's kind of just like a nickname that I've kind of
adopted.
I didn't adopt it. They threw it at me and everybody else just kind of ran with it. But he looks at my tag and he goes, Dom Dom, kick ass, signed it, give it back to me. So it's like one of those things where it's
that's awesome.
It's unique to I don't want to say the wearer, but it's unique to the bag. It's unique to the person. So
it's definitely a talking piece out there on the course, and kind of a piece that you want to show off because you're going to put nice ball markers in there. You're not going to put like the little chinky ones that you would get, but you're going to put the ones that you paid good money for, that nice courses. I've got one from Grove 23. Like I'm going to have that in there. It's just one of those courses that you want to play.
I have a 50th anniversary ball marker from Half Moon Bay's Ocean Course. We played that
without a doubt. Yeah,
we're throwing that thing in there.
The marker is so true.
The locker's pretty big, right? Like it's not that big, but like it's a pretty good size thing, isn't it?
Like a sleeve of golf balls. Just a little bit bigger. In a sleeve of golf balls, but it's 6 inches.
Okay,
but that's kind of what you can compare it to.
Okay.
6 inches by 2 inches by 2.3 inches, I think, right?
Yeah. We wanted to come out with a bigger one to start with. There's a potential we could do a smaller one, for people that don't want to store that many, but we wanted to make sure we catered to people that can store more versus less, right? So, and depending how big they are, you're going to have even a lot of real estate throughout that locker to be able to store a good amount to start with.
Yeah, and if you're like me, there's everything. So I'm gonna end up throwing like tees in there and everything too.
Yeah.
Because I can't see myself carrying 15 ball markers, because that means I can lose one almost every hole, which means I probably will. But like start throwing tees and stuff in there.
We will not be responsible for the teas in there.
I always end up like with like 15 of them in my pocket after
Oh yeah.
I go home, and I'm like, where did all my teas go? And then they're all in my pockets. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, another way that we saw this too, there's a betting aspect to it. So, you might not say you got 15 ball markers now, but like where we're trying to go with it is like say we're golfing and I look at your locker and I'm like, "Hey man, like I really like that 50th anniversary ball marker. Like I'll play you for it." And you can
Mhm.
choose whatever ball marker I have in my locker. So that's an angle that we're definitely trying to market out there and kind of start a little unique game instead of, you know, betting money or whatever. It's kind of a novelty game, so to
There's a
speak.
lot more attachment to some of those ball markers than a couple dollar bills here
A
and
couple
there.
dollar bills, yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't bet the 50th just because like well it for me it's more about like the experience of that day, with the group and stuff like that. For me it's more so that even though I skipped out on lunch with everybody because I went home and took a nap. Um
Love
so
that.
I'm not a morning person, and Derek makes this tea time at like God, it had to be like 7 a.m. or something like that.
No.
Oh man, that's
And
awful, dude.
I'm like Derek, and I'm pissed. So I'm sitting there, I'm on the couch, and everybody's waking up. I literally have like a hat on and this hoodie, and I'm sitting there just like don't
Miserable.
talk to me. I've got like my Red Bull, um, and I'm like this sucks. And then like you start
Early tea
playing, you're
times
like
are the worst, man.
The
I
They're the
know.
worst.
worst.
I'm like, why did you do this to me? And on top of that, it's expensive. Um,
Yeah,
I
your
will say
first
I had
one's
the
out.
best breakfast burrito on a golf course I've ever had. Half Moon Bay.
Half Moon Bay.
Really,
Half Moon Bay. Yeah, super good.
just hearty.
Yeah, and it was fresh. Like it was still super hot. Um, had hash browns, eggs, sausage, and bacon, and then
Oh,
salsa. Just like,
oh wow,
Talk
that
dirty
does
to me.
sound that
um,
does sound amazing.
I would have
it was,
housed that thing, but then I would have said, "Well, we're gonna have to push this tea time back because I got to make a trip to the bathroom here."
uh, yeah, that's smart though. I never would have thought of making it into a game like that, but genius. Um,
Just kind of brainstormed on some stuff and
We
popped
call
into
it we
our
call
heads.
it pink slips for locker.
that's good. Um, so we've talked about like the design, how big it is, holds 15 ball markers. I'm gonna try to shove 20 in mine, see what happens. Um,
Do it.
how much do these retail for?
So right now, we've got them on our website for $39.95. But if you pop on there, share us your email, we'll give you a 10% off coupon. So they're going for, I think it's roughly what 35
Yeah,
and change.
and it's
And then
free. We're
obviously,
offering free shipping too. So
yeah, free shipping and just the taxes are added on for wherever you're at.
And then they come out in November, correct?
yeah,
Correct. Slated for the end of November to be landed in, the US and then shipped out ASAP right after that.
So
Just in time for the holidays.
I was
Yep.
about to say it would make a good Christmas gift for that golfer in your life, husband,
With
wife,
oh yeah,
brother-in-law, whatever.
stocking stuffer season for sure.
Yeah, no, good timing. Was that intentional or?
No.
Not
no,
intentional.
yeah. I think we've been we talked about earlier just making sure that we have crossed our T's and dotted our I's, but we've we've in the grand scheme of things tried to get in production and everything landed is as quick as possible without sacrificing quality and all that stuff. Um so yeah, I think it wasn't intentional. It just happened to be that once we pulled the trigger for the tooling and doing the production, they said, hey, it's going to be end of November when we can get product over.
Well, yeah, and it's good that you guys do think of the quality because golf is such a quality dominant sport, right? Like
Yes.
people will, because it's already
Absolutely.
expensive, right? But it's like, why do
Yeah.
people buy Titleist over Top Flight? A lot of times it's just the quality, right? Not saying there's nothing wrong with Top Flight. We all started somewhere. They make a good product for like for
Yes,
the
they
price.
do.
It's a very good product.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree with you
but
more.
that's why it's like so driven, right? Like I've got
I
a
value
couple
my club. I
clubs.
value my club faces. You know what I'm saying? On those Top Flight balls, they're pretty hard.
To me, a ball's a ball, and I shouldn't say that because we do have like a ball sponsor, but um, to me, a ball's a ball. I'm gonna lose, the $15 Titleist ball the same as I'm gonna lose the $2 whatever ball.
True.
Like,
they
I'm
all
not
lose the same. That's a fact.
exactly. You know what?
fact.
None of them float. They all sink.
Right.
That is true.
They
That's
all might
so
not
true,
feel the
man.
same, but they all lose the same.
Yeah. So, to me, it is what it is, but I definitely like a more quality driven product. And you can definitely tell when somebody cares, which is definitely really nice.
Yep.
And that's we wanted to make sure from a quality standpoint too that ball markers are expensive these days. They're not cheap. So we wanted to make sure that what we're housing it in, can house it, store it, and it's quality, right? Because you're putting some expensive markers in there.
Well, and everybody's got like their custom ball marker now, right? Like when Derek and I first launched the podcast, I bought him and I each custom ball markers from my guy, Liberty Ball Markers. And it has, everything hand stamped, podcast logos, and then mine says for Dominic use
nice.
only. His says for Derek use only.
Yeah.
So
Love
it's
that.
like,
that's sick, man.
like one of you hit on it earlier. Ball markers mean more than the couple dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you all kind of said it at once. That's why I can't remember.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, why not protect the investment, if you will?
Yep.
So yeah,
Right on track.
Again, so dumb. It's so smart.
That should be our new tagline.
So dumb. It's so smart. I'll be a little upset if the hinges don't squeak like a locker.
Oh,
I mean,
it comes with just like like the ball marker is a little baby thing of WD-40.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Market.
Oh, that's 2.0.
Some ones
2.0.
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if you could like build your own, and then you could build it like it jams every now and then, just like a normal locker would.
Yeah. You got to push it in like hard for it to like pop out.
I remember when I was in middle school, because I never used a locker in high school. I never knew where mine was. But in middle school, we used to figure out that you could like kick open the lockers, or you could push really hard and pull them open. Cool if you could like, not like kick. Obviously, this because
give it a little flick,
like a really good flick, and just
Yeah.
pops open. Genius marketing.
Yeah, but then we don't know if it would stay shut. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You're gonna have one that's like bungee corded together, and
Yeah.
Or like has a rubber band around it, to keep it shut.
that'd be cooler though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
That was one of the.
That's 3.0.
Yeah, that was one of the initial conversations we had to keeping it closed. Do we put something to wrap it around?
that could be like the little safe bar edition. Just it's a little broken, but like it works really well.
Could be like an accessory, like an added accessory.
Yeah.
There you go. So I'm out of questions for like the marker locker. Is there anything that you guys wanted to hit on that we may not have hit on? Little things that you guys are really proud of with it, or things that you're looking forward to people seeing?
Well, I mean, I'll say one thing, like the biggest thing I think we're seeing throughout this entire experience is like this community involvement. Like the amount of people on social media, companies, everybody coming together. Like we've never seen people want to help as much as they have in the golf community. So
like so selfless, man.
Yeah, crazy. It is. It's a shout out to everybody who's helped us thus far, who supported us, brought us together, and connect us with so many different things that we never thought of. And we never expected it. We thought it was gonna be very selfish. Everybody's, kind of just trying to do their own thing, and it's completely the opposite. So for anybody else who's wanting to do this, the golf community is one of the best to be in by far.
Yeah, and we'll for sure be paying it forward. That's 100%
Yeah,
a fact.
absolutely.
Because it's, I mean, we wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for people like yourself getting our name and our brand out, man. Like, I mean, you know, coming on a podcast and you taking the time out of your day to market our company. I mean, thank you. You know, I mean, it's really just like Scott said, the involvement is incredible.
The willingness to help has been overwhelming, and everybody that we've talked to thus far, you know, in the short journey that we've been going through has just been you know, just willing to help, you know, around every corner. And you know, this is all new for us, so we don't have any point of reference on everything. So we're learning as we're going through, and we've been fortunate to have a lot of people, you know, help us along the journey in the golf community. And I think we want people to know that the Marker Locker is just, you know, three guys that have been, you know, lifelong friends. Three dads. Yep.
Yeah.
We're all girl dads, actually. Three girl dads that you know, have been lifelong friends, and we had this idea, and we just have a passion for golf. We have a passion for coming out with a quality product, and really have a passion for solving a problem that we know a lot of golfers have experienced. So you know, we're looking forward
want to create a fun atmosphere out there too.
Yeah.
You know, bring our swag, bring our just love of the game. You know, we want to share that with people. I mean, that's you know what we're all about.
Yeah, the online golf community is when we started
incredible.
Because I mean, it's nothing less than incredible. When we started, I had no idea what we were doing. A lot of times I still have no idea what I'm doing. Like the fact that we've landed, you know, a Swanee sponsorship, an Odin sponsorship. We've done all these events, and now, you know, there were
what it's evolved into.
Yeah, there's like I don't know if you guys are familiar with like On the Screws pod.
Yep.
I was DMing them all the time because I'm like, hey, how do you guys do this? I love the way you guys' Instagram looks. And immediately Mac was typing back, and I was like, that was super helpful to me.
It's how Voodoo Golf has been, and Kid Caddy, man, for us. Like shout out to both of them. Like the fact that they're taking time like you out of your day, man, and just like giving us their connection, setting us up with everybody.
The
you know Ben? Yeah.
I know Ben, yeah. Ben and I Ben was at Top Golf with us a couple weeks ago.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
Oh yeah,
man.
he's Minnesota, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
he's
in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, we love him, man.
He's the one that got us connected for the PGA show, man. He got us the connection there that literally was like, yeah, you guys are definitely in.
He has the smoothest swing you'll ever see.
Freddie Couples.
Yeah.
Dude, it's honestly, I don't know how many videos I took, but it's a work of art. Yeah, Ben's great. And then another great one is actually the Park Train. We hit him up and we were like, oh my God, there's no way he's ever responded right away.
It's crazy.
Super genuine guy, super nice guy. Evan is phenomenal. But where I was going is, you know, I was lost, right? I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where we're gonna go from this. And now there's people like DMing me on how to start their own podcast, and I'm like, well, here's what I wish I would have done differently to start.
Exactly.
And then here's where you can pivot to, because there's a handful of things I wish I would have done differently. And it starts with the microphone side of things. I wish we would have invested in different mics and stuff like that. But it's truly like a full circle moment. And I'm happy people have reached out and offered to help you guys, because again, yes, it's a competitive product, but it's a product that solves a lot of issues that I'm sure a lot of golfers have had, whether they're in a company or not. Yeah, Ben is great. I don't remember if he won best new.
He got third. I think he got third out of 100.
Third, I think.
Third,
yeah. 104.
Yeah, again, his thing is so stupid, but like genius, right?
Yeah, like, another stupid but genius.
Yeah, and I mean that in the most endearing way, because he just wants to play golf with his kids, and I'm like, that is genius. Yep. My buddy will have a 1-year-old come December. I'm trying to get him one, like just so he could take the 1-year-old out when he's able to and stuff like that.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, when the wife lets him out, you know.
It's the other thing that's crazy that you think about of like, you would think the market in golf products is so saturated, but there's still so much to do out there to innovate the game, right? So who knows what else is going to be next for us, but we know that people want new golf products. What else can we come up with, right? Or what else can other people come up with?
So I work in the running industry. It's kind of like my main job. Um, it's a lot like the golf community, right? Like it's very saturated, but it's very saturated by the big brands. And the big brands for a lot of golfers are kind of out of touch, right?
Yep.
Like, you could buy the little Callaway pouch to put on your bag. Cool, know where to clip it. It's probably really cheap and
Yep.
it's probably more expensive than what you guys are selling. Your
Yeah.
product, magnetic, good quality, you could clip it onto the bag. There's a story attached to it, right? Um, one of the reps I was working with from one of the bigger brands, or sorry, from one of the smaller kind of newer brands was saying that the smaller brands work harder, they have a better product, and they're more consumer oriented. And it's not because they have to be, but it's because they want people to buy the product and go, damn, this is really good. And damn,
Yes.
still really affordable. So that's kind of what I love about these newer products hitting the market, whether it's you guys, the Kid Caddy, because the Kid Caddy is if I'm not mistaken, it's only around $100.
I think it's 99.99
That's
or
not
whatever.
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, just not, you get whatever your discount code is, that he gives you. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
speaking to that, we wanted to be at a price point. I mean, obviously we always thought we could get more out of it, but at the same time, we didn't want somebody to double think their decision. Like we wanted them to be like, oh man, this is $36 or 30, whatever it is, free shipping. Yeah, no brainer. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where we were. And you're gonna get a quality product
Yeah.
that has a lot of attention to detail, and we're gonna stand behind it. I mean, we're not gonna put something out that we won't stand behind.
Yeah, and really $40, I mean, it's not that crazy. I spent more on this damn bobblehead that I look at every time. And I don't lug around the bobblehead. Granted, it's a pretty cool bobblehead, but like you're like, well, I spent like $100 on that thing. You're like, well, how much am I using it? I don't. It's just he just looks at me.
Well, the
Yeah.
other thing you think about too is you go into a pro shop, you go into a resort. Let's say you go into a PGA Tour event, and polos are still $80 to $100, right, for some kind of memorabilia, souvenir, whatever it is.
North of that too.
So why not be able to undercut that now? Buy something that you got at a very prestigious resort, tournament, wherever it's at. Hang it from your bag and use it all the time versus one time you're going to wear a polo and you're done. So that was the other thought process we had on this is going to be the new memorabilia, souvenir, something you got at the Pebble Beach, the Augustas, the Pine Valleys, whatever you want to talk about, right? That you can actually now hang on your bag as well and say, I got this here.
And then you can put all the other course ball markers in there and you have your own little like collection. Like,
Yep.
You can almost have it like, don't steal my idea, but if you steal it, I just want like $1 or something. You can almost market it as being like, so when I go to a course, I get a golf ball with like the logo on it. Derek's like a little bit of a weirdo or like sociopath and like keeps the pencils. He's legitimately just has like a sandwich bag of pencils. And I'm like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You can almost be like, cool, you buy this and now you can keep your collection of all the courses you play in the locker.
Yep.
And you can almost use it as like a display. You can put it on like your desk or something.
Yeah,
that's
idea.
definitely something that has been spoken about, and yeah, I mean, without a doubt, limited releases and limited drops too is kind of something that we want to do down the road, and having just a certain amount of them, this design or this color or this whatever pattern.
Think of all the card pulls that you're starting to see, the 1 of 1, the 1 of 50s, right? I mean, we could definitely do that here where they're collectible. I'm not going to call it the next TY craze, but you remember the TYs back in the day, the tie babies that people were just going crazy for.
Beanie Babies.
The Beanie Babies. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys know how old I am. I'm not that old. I don't no idea.
You don't know? He's
How old are you?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You don't want to know how old I am because it's gonna make you guys feel old.
Damn,
So,
man, we ain't that old.
We're not that old.
What are you, 24?
26.
All right.
Yeah. We got a
Yeah,
few
we're
years
old.
on you, but
Yeah.
Still going strong.
I'd never understood the Beanie Baby craze. Like I'd heard of it and I knew some of them were expensive, but I was like, wow, it's a stuffed animal. Like very
Well,
cool. I
Yes.
guess.
what was
They're
even
crazy.
crazier before then was the Pokemon stuff, and that stuff is. Let me
Back
tell you.
up.
Let me tell you firsthand, man. That stuff was legit. Like, I mean, it wasn't at the time, but if you held tight and you got some of those cards, you were making some good money in the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, I wish I still had all mine. When I was little, I would.
Don't we all?
Yeah, don't we all? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days.
Yep.
The good old days. You were in diapers through our good old
The
days, man.
simpler times.
Yeah, I'm in a couple of group chats and they're like talking about things and they're just like, Dom, you just zone out. I'm like, okay, cool. I have no idea. We were recently talking about I'm a big baseball guy. I love baseball. We were talking about
Who you rooting for in the playoffs?
well, I mean, it was my twins. I mean, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Damn, I must have offended them.
Yeah.
Right now, I like to see the Diamondbacks, but I really want to see Harper get a ring.
Okay.
Anyways, a clip came up of like the 2010 NLCS, and they're like, "Oh, I remember watching this. I was, at the game, blah blah," and I was like, "Yeah, I was 13.
Yeah.
I was probably doing something that 13-year-olds probably shouldn't have been doing, but I was probably doing it."
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's crazy. I mean, 2010, that's what, 13 years ago? Or what, 25?
Yeah.
Damn. Goes by quick, dude. It goes by quick, bro.
I've noticed. I feel like every year it gets shorter and shorter.
It's so true.
Wait till you have kids.
I
Yeah.
don't want any.
I said that
Not
same
yet.
thing. I said that same thing in your seat, brother, at your age. Same thing.
I'm good with my dog. I'm good with my dog and my
Yep.
cameras and everything. Like I'm good.
I said the same thing, man. I held out for 10 years of marriage before I pulled the trigger, man. But I said the same thing when I was in my 20s and even up into my early to mid 30s. I was like, nah, I don't want to have kids. So hold tight to your convictions.
Yeah, no. Derek's married, and that's enough for me.
Yeah. You get your taste of it then.
Yeah, once a week, that's enough for me.
Not a truer thing has been said on this podcast.
Oh man.
So before we end it, we always ask a couple questions at the end. I did one last time and it crushed. Like I loved it. So we're gonna do it again. I take no credit for this question. I was listening to the You Betcha Radio podcast. They're out of Fargo. If you guys probably seen their stuff on like Facebook, the You Betcha guys. They're talking about, like obviously like in golf, right? We all want to have like a walk-up song, stuff like that, like just to get you hyped up. They were asking what would your death song be? So like, at your funeral you're being lowered into the ground. What song would you play?
Wow.
It's the end of the world as we know it. Oh man, that's a great. That's a honestly a phenomenal question, man. I was immediately ready for my hype song.
That's what I
mean, you could do your hype song, right? But I kind of took it. I took it a different direction. I would do like a Pimp by David Banner.
And them toes get down on the floor, like a pimp.
You know what I mean? Because
when I step up in the club, oh man,
because by the time
that's a classic, man. David Banner.
Because by the time I die, nobody's gonna know that song, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna go, what the hell was he listening to? And it's just get down on the flow, like
you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off that and say 50 Cent PIMP.
It's a good one.
That's a good one too.
Another good one.
Oh man, that's a great question.
All right, man. I'm gonna go on that same kind of thought process that like at at this time, probably nobody will know what it is, but I'm gonna go with PD Pablo Freak League.
That's a good one.
That's
a good one.
Only you, Fitz.
Because everybody's gonna be it's super nasty song, right? And like everybody's gonna be like, what?
That's kind of why I went with like a pimp, because it's gonna be funerals are super sad, and it's super dumb that they're super sad, because really it should be like you should be
Celebration of life.
remembering them, right?
Yeah.
So then all of a sudden, you're crying, and it's just like David Banner, you're just like, hell yeah. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm thinking
It's
of
like
David Banner, David Banner play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I was thinking I immediately just thought of the scene in Wedding Crashers, where he's like, he was hang gliding.
So that was kind of where I was going with mine, Fitz. I was gonna say Ave Maria, but sung by Will Ferrell.
Sung by Will Ferrell.
That's a good one.
From that scene from the Wedding Crashers.
From that, dude, that's
like that pulled up on YouTube.
The fact that you said that, dude, that was literally what you guys didn't give me a chance to say that, but like that was the exact same thing I was thinking, dude.
And
that's the whole scene right there.
The whole scene with the Catalina wine mixer.
Catalina wine mixer.
Yes.
Bring him up. Good to go.
Yeah.
You got. I mean, if we're gonna do Step Brothers, you got to do just like Boats and Hoes. as they're like lowering you into the ground, it's just Boats and Hoes.
Boats and Hoes. Oh man, what is it? Worldwide Prestige Worldwide.
Prestige Worldwide.
We were on a mini guys golf trip. Basically, we just went up north, and we were all watching that, and we were pretty drunk, and that was the funniest part of the movie, is watching everybody get to Boats and Hoes. We're all, handful of beers deep at this point, and we're just like
getting after it.
Oh, yeah. Y'all knew it was coming too. We're just like,
that movie never gets old.
No,
never. I've seen that movie at least 15 times, and I'll watch it again tonight if it was on.
And every time you cry laughing, because it comes out of nowhere. You find a different part, man. Every time.
Genius. And then the
stupid is genius.
Oh, stupid is genius.
Yeah. The question we always ended off with, I love food. Derek loves food. Everybody loves food. What would your last day on earth be in terms of food? Like, you could pick breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'll go each of you.
Bro, man, you're coming with some heavy questions. We
gotta end it on like a good note, to where people are like, damn, he knows what he's doing as an interviewer.
Mine absolutely would be just an endless amount of tacos, refried beans, and rice. Dinner.
Are we doing like
really
tacos,
dinner.
or are we doing
just some authentic great tacos at some hole in the wall Mexican joint, and just chowing down on that with different types of salsa? And yeah, I mean that's my go-to. That's my favorite food.
I love refried beans. Underrated.
Agreed. I agree with you on that, especially from a good Mexican restaurant.
Yes, the authentic.
Yeah. With the cheese or whatever that cheese is they put in it. Yeah, without a doubt. I would say my breakfast would definitely be just a hearty breakfast from this one restaurant. I mean, it's a chain restaurant, Kiki's Cafe.
Kiki, are you right?
I mean, they got a great breakfast there. Lunch, I would do McDonald's Big Mac meal.
You won't.
Yeah, with fries. And then dinner would be a steak from a nice steak restaurant with a potato, some asparagus, maybe some Brussels sprouts, the whole nine. And then, dude, I'm a big dessert guy, so I want literally the biggest ice cream sundae you can ever imagine. And that would cap it off for me.
I'd probably be so full I would die anyways.
Yeah, without a doubt. You'd have to roll me out.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt, dude. I'm gonna go hearty breakfast too, but I'm gonna do sourdough waffles and pancakes with a massive amount of syrup. I'm gonna do probably 3 eggs over medium. with a healthy amount of bacon and sausage, and then maybe some biscuits with some apple butter on it. For lunch, I'm going pizza and wings and a beer. I couldn't imagine living without pizza and wings. I mean, that's like the one food I think for me that I just there's no way that I could do without pizza. I love pizza.
Gas station wings too. Those real.
I'm doing, dude, the ones from that when we were working back in the day at that marathon, man.
Yeah, man.
Pizza, wings for sure, and a couple of beers, and then I'm doing steak. I'll give a shout out to my dad. He makes a mean steak sauce.
Oh yeah, filet poivre. I do the same thing, dude. Filet poivre. Yeah. And I'm gonna change my answer to that.
Yeah, I would do that for dinner. And then instead of ice cream or sundae, man, I would do a big piece of a red velvet cheesecake.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm big red velvet and big cheesecake.
Derek hates cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
Yes.
I can appreciate it. That sounds phenomenal.
What's your meal?
I would make my own breakfast. So I would make like a big thing of hash browns, put eggs, bacon, cheese, hot sauce in it. And then what I like to do is I like to cook the eggs over medium and then break the yolk on top of everything.
Absolutely. Mix it all up without it.
Like as a good American, whatever. Lunch, I'm probably doing wings, but I like flats that are overcooked, so they're like nice and crispy almost. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Get them all nice.
We
and
do.
Loves crispy too.
You have to have wings crispy, man. You can't have them where they like you can feel the pop.
They can't be.
It's got to be
gotta have a nice crunch to them, right?
Yeah. Yes.
For dinner, I love burgers. I could live without steak. I could live without anything. Just give me a big,
juicy burger.
Just like a big juicy bacon cheeseburger. I'm good. I'm not a breakfast guy or a dessert guy, but for the sake of it, I would do like a big slice of like French silk pie.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
Great day.
Yeah.
It's a great day.
That's a great day.
It's
a great day.
Sounds like a great day.
I would love that day.
We'll come next time we're up in Minnesota, man. We're gonna come hang out. We're gonna make that day happen.
Oh no. Sounds like an expensive day.
Yeah. Oh man. Those are great questions, man.
Yeah, man. Really good.
Off the dome.
Yeah.
Off the dome.
Off the dome.
Like a pimp.
Like a pimp. Oh. I'm gonna listen to that later today.
Oh yeah, I'm for sure listening to that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been a hot minute since I listened to that, man.
The only reason I know it is because it's the intro song to one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think it's Too Fast, Too Furious.
Too Fast.
Were you even born when that one came out?
What year did it come out?
Man.
Oh man.
It starts with a 2? Yes.
Yeah.
You were 97, like in 2000,
yeah,
early 2000s.
I was alive. I was alive in 03. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's when it came out. 03.
Yeah, I was alive. I was 6.
You were 6, dude. Oh man, we were in juniors in high school, man.
Oh, that's actually crazy. Man, my dream car is from Fast and Furious. It's a Chevelle, man, and I was fortunate enough a few years ago to buy one. I got a '68 Chevelle.
Ooh, congrats!
So, yeah,
my buddy just bought a '74 Stingray.
Oh,
nice.
And I've been shooting a lot of cars lately. Like I do photography on the side.
Oh, awesome!
We did a whole shoot for his cars. My neighbors at work are big car people, so I'm shooting. I just shot one of theirs a couple weeks ago, so I'm shooting the other one. I think in a couple weeks. They have it's a 2010 Corvette, which I'm not a big Corvette guy, but it's cool. The one I'm shooting next, it's a 911 Turbo S that's methanol and everything. Big old carbon wing. It's pushing like 800 horsepower. Thing's an animal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's my dream car. I actually have the Lego one right in front of my desk.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. Porsches
I
are
want
cool.
an Eleanor.
Everybody
An
wants an
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
Yeah, everybody wants an Eleanor.
Everybody
God,
wants
I
an
want an
Eleanor.
Eleanor so bad. So bad.
Got to sell a lot of lockers for that, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna plan on it.
You gotta sell a lot of them, and then you gotta get lucky.
Yeah, and then you got that's true. You got to
Touche.
get very lucky.
Yeah. Well, guys, it was a blast.
Hey, man, we
Thanks
had
for
a
coming on.
blast.
That's great.
Thank you so much for having us, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have to stay in touch because we're throwing a couple events here next year. So
Yeah,
be cool to
we'll
give
be
away
there,
some
man. Just let
lockers.
us know. Absolutely, man. We'd love to come up and hang out and play. Just keep us posted.
I can do that. It's easy.
Heck yeah.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate the time, man, and thanks for having us on.
Absolute
for
pleasure.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man. Have a great rest of the night.
Yeah, you guys as well. Listen to David Banner.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.